Hi guys, Daniel here from Farty Art. Another portrait today. This one I actually did before Adriana, the video I've posted before this one. And you can see that the difference between one painting, I'm pretty sure maybe two or three paintings can make. I did mention in that other painting that I got some advice and didn't zoom in too much, in the Adriana painting, and I'm pretty sure I did that within maybe 2 hours, something like that. This ScarJo painting, this took me about 6 to 7 hours, if I recall correctly. And even in this video, I had to edit 6,000 odd slides over nearly 6 hours worth of slides down into 10 minutes. So just to give you an idea of how much longer it took me to do this piece. Obviously I'm only about 4 or 5 portraits in at this point. I'm pretty new to the art scene. The program I'm using for this is Krita. It's a free download. You can make donations to the publishers of Krita, but otherwise it's free to use. And all the tools I use in this are the standard ones that come with the package from Krita. Yeah. This photo I've used as a reference is one of Scarlett Johansson. It's not mine. It's just a random photo I've pulled off the web that I like the look of. I like her expression in the photo. I find her really interesting to draw. She's, studying obvious, very beautiful. And it's just something about this black and white photo that I wanted to have a crack at and see if I could do it any sort of justice. Let me know what you think. And I think it's one of my first cracks at just doing a grayscale picture too. I wanted to see if it was any harder than using color. I do use a little bit of color in this first rendition of it with the eyes, a bit of green, but other than that, it's pretty much black and white, a bit of grey. And yeah, the main tool I use throughout the whole process is that good old blending tool again, standard circle blend. One thing I did do different with this picture over the Adriana picture was the layers. I'm pretty sure I used about 3 or 4 layers at least on this one. So you can see instances throughout this video where the picture changes quite a fair bit. And that's where I'm switching layers, and yeah, you can see that it sort of jumps around a little bit, but that's what's happening, and the layers are changing in the Krita app. So yeah, at the moment I'm just doing the hands. I did struggle quite a bit with the hands on this one, and even with the finished product, I'm not 100% happy with the hand on the head, but hey, I'm learning still. I'm sure I'll get better as I go. The main thing I struggled with from memory on this was the nose. It just took me ages and ages to get it right. And again, that was the zooming in. I kept zooming in. And I was like, oh yeah, it looks really cool. Zoomed in and then zoom out. And it was just like totally wrongly positioned on the face. And I was like, that's not going to work, guy. And the other thing I had trouble with on this picture was the eye position. I think it's because of kind of the posture of her face. She's kind of looking to the side a little bit. Yeah, I think it was the right eye. Just couldn't seem to get that in the right spot, and I think you can see throughout this video where I changed the position of that a little bit. I think the big selling thing for me when I'm drawing Scarlett Johansson, I've drawn her a couple of times now, is her lips. She's got like the best lips to draw for some reason, and it's part of the reason I like her as an actress as well. Her lips are really commanding, and she's just got this really cool face and fun to draw. I'd heard other artists talk about drawing people and them being fun, and I didn't really understand, but you definitely get favorite sort of body parts and, odds and ends that are challenging or they're just fun to draw. And it's a real sense of achievement when you get anywhere near a resemblance. um, so yeah, and that was the other target for this picture that I was trying to go for was resemblance. I haven't been really good at that, and I've been trying to get better at it. As I said, only a year into this art journey. I only started last Christmas, so I'm just slowly getting the skills, and honestly, I'm really impressed with how quick I did pick it up. It's I really encourage people just to get out there and have a crack at it because it was kind of a latent skill that I just sort of, I don't know, overlooked. I think I'd always done sort of creative things in my other jobs, like my work life, welding and making things, but it was always for someone else, and this is kind of the first thing I've ever really done for myself. It's kind of a bit depressing in a way, but it's good that I finally got there and started to do some things for myself, and yeah, this is how it's sort of coming out and expressing, and I'm really sort of happy how the art's progressing, and it doesn't take as long as you think it's going to take. So, and yeah, honestly, like it did take me, I think 6 or 7 hours to do this picture, but that time, geez, it flew. I really got into it, and time went rather quickly. 6 or 7 hours doing this was a lot quicker than doing a work day. That was for sure. So I'd like to take a quick opportunity while this is playing out to say that this piece and many other pieces that I do that I think that are I don't know, worthwhile. I do some that aren't. Worthwhile. I chuck on my Redbubble and Society 6 pages, and they're just print on demand sites. So if you feel like supporting me, or just buying something you like, there's my designs. There's also other people's designs that are really good. I've got a heap favorite on my page that I like of other artists as well. There's just a really good spot to go look at some cool art, to be honest. A little bit underrated. You don't really hear of it, I suppose, that much, but yeah, check it out, the artists on there. And yeah, my stuff, I do a bit of this stuff, and also do some photography and things like that. So with this particular picture, I did this version of it, this grayscale, which it's getting near completion now as we're watching. But I also, you'll see in a few slides later, I altered it with filters and things like that, and that's just some of the filters I put on it. I did play around with the filters quite a bit, and actually brought some color into it as well, and it looked quite good in like a green, I thought, and like an aqua blue as well. And Krita can do all those filters as well. And literally, when you jump up in the settings in the Krita, you can see in the top panel there's a setting for filters, and you can go through them. There's a long list. Honestly, I just play with them. Hey, couldn't give a good description of where they are in that. You can just see just in these screens here now that I was playing around with the bracelet. I really struggled making a bracelet and copying the one in the picture. So my end up result was actually I just removed it completely. I just couldn't nail it, and yeah, I just wasn't happy with it, so I got rid of it, and I felt like it didn't really affect the picture too much removing it. Obviously, it's not true to form. Scarjo has that tattoo, but yeah, that's another area of improvement that I need to work on. But yeah, I'll get there. So yeah, it's a purple background, and you can see how in spots the picture's quite thin, and the purple background starts to shine through, but it gives this really cool effect, and like put some purple tones right through the Scarjo picture. And because I was using the blender tool, that's why it was thin in some areas. So that's why that happened. Yeah. So we're nearly in the final touches now, and I think I'm getting quite happy with it at this point. Just doing little bits and pieces on the eyes and the lips, and trying to get it as close to resemblance as what she looks like in real life. I was really happy with how this turned out. This definitely was my best picture to date. But I do notice in every picture I do, little things I just get slightly better at. So it doesn't take long. You just gotta keep cracking at it. And don't set yourself too big a task when you're doing these pictures. Just chip away at it. All right, that's me. I hope you enjoyed the video. Catch you next time. Bye.